Okay, a little update on my Quail project. So I noticed that I'm a little bit allergic to them because I had them inside of my house and I got little allergic reaction. Like I woke up and I had this little bit like a flu symptoms. So I brought them here. I had this extra room, like this is a sauna, which I just emptied for them. But the main point of the video what I wanted to talk about was this solution to this poop problem. Because these birds poop a lot. And I think if you're gonna keep them on sand or grass, I think you should have a net area in which the food is. Because like you can see, this is all poop under the net. Meaning that, and if you look at all everywhere else, I think they poop 90% on the around the food. As you can see, 90% of the poop happens when they are eating. So I think this is a very good solution. Like this is 3 days worth of poop. I haven't cleaned this place in 3 days. And it's really easy to clean this poop because I just have to lift up a little bit this wooden frame and then use a shovel to take the poop out. So yeah. And also they can go outside in here. I think there is even a couple of birds there. But it's just a little box which has a net floor. And the net is 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch PVC coated mesh. I think 1/2 inch is something like 12.7 millimeters. But anyways, like I live in Finland and it's kinda cold at night. So I built them this kind of box. I think there is plenty of birds now inside because I think I have 30 birds. And there is a heater inside of the heater has a thermostat and it keeps the temperature as I think it's 25. But it has worked very good. I don't have to heat the whole room because it seems like the birds can use this kind of simple door. You know, like the door is a little bit smaller than what the big birds are, but they seem to have figured out that they can just push themselves through the door. Yeah, this kind of update. And also one thing about the cage floor, what I have noticed is that 2 things. They might not, the cage floor, when it's this 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch PVC coated mesh, it might not be that bad for their feet after all. Because a lot of the time they just stand around on the mesh. And they sometimes even sleep on the mesh. Like, I would think if it's hurting their feet that much, I would think they would go to the sand or something. Or even stand on the stairs. And especially not sleep on it. But sometimes they do the both. Like for example this guy there. Doesn't seem to have any hurries of moving out of the net. And then the other thing about the net. I think the net will also like prevent them from getting this poop into their feet. with two mechanisms. First mechanism being the fact that the 90% of the poop happens to now goes under the net, and so it's not around here where they could step on it. But the second mechanism is that when they are eating, they sometimes like dig with their feet on the net. And I think if they have stepped on a poop and they do that on the net, the poop will come off from the feet before it hardens. And hence the net might be actually a good thing to have this kind of hybrid setup where they have floor and the netting, because the netting solves two poop problems. First being the taking 90% of the poop out of the reach of the birds so they cannot step on it and you don't have to clean as much. And then it can keep the feet a little bit cleaner, because if they have stepped on a poop, when they come to the netting to eat, the poop will come off from the feet before it hardens. So this kind of setup I have now for the birds and my little observations with them. They seem to be pretty happy about this setup. And I have the heater for them because these smaller birds are just 2 weeks old. I think the bigger birds are 4 weeks old. So I'm just heating this until they all are more than 4 weeks old, and then I think I just shut it off and see how they do, because the 4 weeks old birds seem to sometimes just sleep not in the box. So I think they are, like for example these guys there, don't seem to have any hurry to get into the box to warm up. But it is daytime, so maybe they use the box more at the nighttime when it comes dark. And also when it comes nighttime, I also shut up this hole so there is less cold air coming to this room and it stays warmer. Alright, this kind of video update on my little Quail hobby project. Also made them these feeders. They seem to be very spill resistant. There are not very much spillage with these feeders that I made them. Yep, made them this kind of watering system. Alright, that's all. Bye.